What if I told you that the two most trusted engine oil brands in the world, Mobil and Castrol, might not actually be the best choice for your engine? Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, man. Mobil is in Formula One cars. Castrol has been around forever. And you're right. They're legendary. I'm not here to trash them. But here's what the big brands don't want you to Google. There's an oil out there made by a company most drivers have never heard of that outperformed both of them in independent wear tests, extreme temperature performance, and long drain capability. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which oil this is, what makes it scientifically superior, and whether you should actually switch. This is the kind of information your dealership won't tell you. Here's the thing. Engine oil isn't just a fluid. It's the lifeblood of your engine. Every moving part in that motor, pistons, camshafts, crankshaft bearings, they all depend on the oil film between them. According to AAA research, the average engine replacement costs between $4,000 and $10,000. And a significant percentage of premature engine failures trace back to poor lubrication quality or the wrong oil selection. And yet, most of us just grab whatever's on sale, or whatever the YouTube ad told us to buy. Today, we're going deeper. We're looking at the chemistry, the data, and the real-world performance. And by the end, you'll be able to walk into any parts store and choose with total confidence. Now, most people judge engine oil by price or brand recognition. But engineers judge it on something called the NOACK volatility test, the 4-ball wear test, and low-temperature pour points. These are the benchmarks that actually matter. The NOACK test measures how much oil evaporates at high temperatures, because oil that boils off leaves your engine running thin and unprotected. The 4-ball wear test simulates metal-on-metal contact and measures the size of the wear scar left behind. Smaller scar means better protection. Keep these two benchmarks in mind, because they're exactly what exposes the difference between marketing and actual engineering. So who is this mystery brand? It's called Amsoil, spelled Amsoil. And here's the part that blows most people's minds. Amsoil was actually the first synthetic motor oil ever approved by the American Petroleum Institute, back in 1972. That's before Mobil was even a household name. It was created by a United States Air Force lieutenant colonel named Albert Amatuzio, who wanted aircraft-grade lubrication for everyday car engines. Because it's not sold at every gas station and doesn't run Super Bowl ads, most drivers dismiss it. It feels like a niche brand. But that's actually the point. Amsoil doesn't spend billions on marketing. It spends that money on formulation. In independent testing by lubrication engineers and published consumer comparisons, Amsoil's signature series routinely posts NOACK volatility scores of around 5% compared to Mobil 7% and Castrol Edge's 8%. In the 4-ball wear test, Amsoil consistently produced smaller wear scars. These aren't my numbers. These come from testing labs and published technical data sheets. Now, that 2 to 3% volatility difference might sound small. But over 10,000 miles, your engine runs noticeably lower on oil with higher volatility products. Low oil level means less protection. Less protection means wear. Wear means shortened engine life. It's a chain reaction that starts with a number nobody reads on the back of the bottle. And here's the financial side of this. If you're running Amsoil's signature series, many users report going 25,000 miles between oil changes without compromising protection. That's potentially $120 to $180 saved in oil changes every single year, not counting labor costs. If you're learning something new here, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It sounds simple, but it genuinely helps this channel reach more car owners who deserve this information. And stay with me, because coming up I'm going to tell you about a situation where Amsoil might not be the right choice for your car. That part surprises most people. Now let me be fair here. Mobil and Castrol Edge are genuinely excellent oils. If you're using them, your engine is well protected. I want to be clear about that. But here's where it gets interesting. Amsoil's signature series runs a group, the 4th PAO-based stock, that stands for polyalpholfin, which is the most thermally stable type of synthetic base. Mobil 1 and Castrol Edge use a mix of Group the Third and Group the Fourth, which is still synthetic, but not as pure. Think of it like this. Group the Fourth base oil is like distilled water, pure, consistent, predictable. Group the Third is like good filtered tap water. Both are fine to drink, but only one is ideal for your kidney dialysis machine. Or in this case, your high-revving turbocharged engine. For high-performance engines, turbo engines, or vehicles in extreme climates, whether you're dealing with scorching heat or brutal winter cold, a 100% PAO base oil makes a measurable difference in cold start protection and high-temperature film strength. Now here's where most Amsoil fan videos let you down. They never tell you this next part. And I think that's a disservice to you. If you have an older engine with over 150,000 miles, and you've been running conventional oil your whole life, switching suddenly to a full synthetic like Amsoil Signature Series can actually cause problems. High-mileage engines develop small seals and deposits that conventional oil actually helps maintain. A very clean synthetic can dissolve those deposits and cause oil leaks. In those cases, you're better off with Castrol GTX High Mileage or Valvoline High Mileage, both of which contain seal conditioners designed specifically for older engines. Here's the simple rule of thumb. Under 80,000 miles and regularly maintained? Amsoil Signature Series is your upgrade. Over 150,000 miles on conventional oil? Go high mileage formula first. Somewhere between 80 and 150,000 miles? A transitional full synthetic like Mobil 1 High Mileage is your sweet spot. Oh! Here it is. The number one tip most mechanics won't bring up because it doesn't benefit their labor hours. The brand of oil matters far less than the viscosity rating matching your engine spec. I cannot tell you how many engines I've seen damaged not because of cheap oil, but because someone put 5W30 in an engine that calls for 0W20. The heavier oil doesn't flow fast enough at cold start, and in those first 5 to 10 seconds of startup, the engine is running partially dry. According to SHE International, up to 75% of engine wear occurs during cold start, those first seconds before oil pressure fully builds. The wrong viscosity at cold start makes that dramatically worse. So here's the sequence that actually matters. First, match the viscosity to your owner's manual. Then choose the best oil at that viscosity. That's where Amsoil, Mobil 1 and Redline come into play. But step 1 always wins. I've personally seen this mistake cost an owner nearly $6,000 in low-mileage engine that simply had the wrong oil weight running in it for 2 years. The oil was expensive. It was just wrong. Don't let that be you. Alright, let's land this plane. Amsoil Signature Series is the hidden gem of the motor oil world, built on superior Group the Fourth PAO chemistry, with industry-leading wear test scores and volatility numbers that genuinely back up its claims. Mobil 1 and Castrol Edge are still excellent choices. But if you want to go beyond good enough, especially for modern turbocharged engines, high-revving motors, or extreme driving conditions, Amsoil deserves serious consideration. Just remember the one rule that overrides everything else. Match your viscosity first. Then upgrade your brand. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What oil are you running right now? And how many miles do you have on your current engine? I read every single comment, and I might just feature your setup in a future video. And if this video helped you make a smarter decision for your car, subscribe to this channel. We break down car care myths, maintenance truths, and real reliability data every single week. Your engine will thank you.